Nice. Okay. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Hello,
We're
ladies.
back! We've intro! Ruined your intro because we're back! We're back!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Kenan, and welcome back finally to Wrestling is Awesome. It is so good to be back talking WWE. We have been on hiatus for the past 9 months.
Stop having children, Kenan. Stop it.
One and done, my friend. One and done. But he's been awesome. It's been an absolute pleasure being a father. But now he's in a little bit more settled routine. And now it's time to stretch those legs, have a little
He's
bit
off to
more
university.
time.
He's driving.
Exactly. It's all just kicking off now. So now's the time to step back into the arena of WWE. And what better time at the beginning of the year as an opportunity to look back on 2025. So that's what we're here to do. It's the Wrestling is Awesome Awards for 2025 on everything WWE. Joining me, as usual, my right-hand man for this podcast is Neil, the real deal, or the original tribal chief, or AKA Obafemi's Wiseman. It is Neil. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. Trying to recover from illness, but I'm good.
I appreciate you making the effort on this show, mate. I appreciate you as always. And welcoming back Sam, who, despite having his own show, is a regular at ours too. And it is Sam from Sam's on Wrestling. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm just greedy. I'm just very greedy. I just like my face on camera. It's vanity, really. That's all it is. It's just vanity. I don't own a mirror. That's all it is. I haven't got a mirror. So
yes, I'll just jump on any podcast just so I can see more of myself. Yeah.
I literally just do it here for my hair. That's all it is. I'm just doing my hair more than anything. I think we're all right now. I'll go out at the end of it. I'm doing all right.
Good. Well, congratulations. You've had a stellar year, my friend. You've really captured an audience. Your stuff going on live on TikTok has been amazing. And I try and get on there whenever I can. It's Sam's on again. And it's great to see you and your memory of everything WWE. It's it must be a little bit of a curse as well as a joy, right?
Thank you. Yeah, what we do is we have our YouTube channel, our Sam's on Wrestling, episode every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday at 6 p.m. But yeah, I now go live on TikTok solely as a challenge me at WWE trivia, which at first was okay and lovely because I used to get 20, maybe 30 if I had a good day. And now I get 70 to 100 people firing questions at an alarming rate. And I'm panicked and worried, and TikTok don't like it if you don't keep up with the people at the bottom. So I'm terrified. It's still scaring the living crap out of me. But thankfully, I have a memory for WWE, so I can at least name all the members of the Spirit Squad really fast.
God, that's some scary stuff, my friend. Well, like I said, thank you very much for being here. And some of the guys have made their apologies. Alex and Lee couldn't be here today, but Lee has sent me through his list. Rex,
let's be honest here. Alex is watching The Traitors. Let's be honest.
He is watching Traitors. He's the traitor watching Traitors. But we'll be pleased to say we're going to be back. From next week, we're going to be launching an episode every Tuesday evening, maybe Wednesday morning. We'll have a little look at those algorithms to talk everything WWE. So if this is your first time here, thank you very much for finding us. You can find us on YouTube at Wrestling is Awesome. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or X, Facebook, if I mention it. We are everywhere. So yeah, make sure you hit a follow, a like, a subscribe, hit that bell to get notified. All those good things. And we are just arrived at the time of this year. Like I said, we're going to do our awards for 2025. Soon we'll be able to do some predictions for 2026. And it's only a few weeks away to the Royal Rumble. Which apparently doesn't even have a venue yet. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, first Royal Rumble outside of North America. And
Technically.
And but yeah, it's going to be 7 p.m. UK time, which is lovely. Thank you very much. We'll take that. Right. So look, let's just hit the ground running, guys. Let's go into our first award. And where better to start than Male Superstar of the Year? Right. Neil, I'm going to come to you first. who is your male superstar of the year?
There are two people I want to name,
Mhm.
but there is one person who actually is the superstar of the year. Who I want to name is obviously Obafemi
Mhm.
forever. But but also I kind of feel like Bron Breakker should definitely get a look in.
Okay.
But as much as it pains me to have to admit these words, I'd probably say CM Punk.
Mhm. Okay. What's your reasons behind that? I mean, he's been pretty consistent this year, to be fair.
I mean, that's why he's been so consistent. When you consider that he was supposed to win the Royal Rumble the second year that Cody won. Yeah. Right. And he didn't, for obvious reasons. And then just being in and being out, then being in and being out. He has come back, and I'm not a CM Punk fan. But I, give credit where credit is due. And when you have the likes of Drew McIntyre, who doesn't have to be on the show to have the moment of the show, like I feel like CM Punk has actually done it this year. And he has a rare talent that only like a handful of WWE superstars have had for a while, where they can just on the fly have a reply to something that's being said in a promo. And I just think, Punk's been doing his business.
That's a really good shout. There was one moment that I remember is I think with LA Knight, he made a comment and he just replied, it's like, yeah, it's the same guy who's never won a championship or something like that. And you can see it kind of threw LA Knight off a little bit. And he is very quick. Right. So it is CM Punk for you. Sam, who is your male wrestler of the year?
Isn't it sad about an indictment of 2025 that we're trying to reward the best male for someone who's been a bit consistent? Isn't that a really sad state of affairs?
Yes.
Punk is a nomination of mine. I think Cena is a nomination for the big moments and big matches. However, I just no for either. I personally think the person who's been the male. I don't think anyone in the main event can say they've been awesome. I don't think anyone's really succeeded in the main event this year. A lot of people have gone quiet. I think CM Punk has kind of gone through the motions in some feuds. I think because he's so good, he can go on autopilot. Let's be honest here. He's that good. So I think it's someone from mid-card this year who's actually been male. And I will put my full weight behind Dominic Mysterio. Because every time he's on camera, there's something going on. And his matches have got better. He's been in really big moments. The fact that he got to be a part of Cena's last ever pay-per-view match shows you the bigger deal he actually is. His promos are good. His heat is real. Everyone kind of like, I want you to turn face, but not really because we like you. I think he's had a stellar year. He's done a great IC run. He's done well in AAA as well. And I think this year it has to go mid-card, I think. And I think Dom is the male wrestler of the year for WWE.
Yeah, that's a really fair shout. He's had a stellar year, and he's really stepped up. I mean, who'd have thought we'd be saying he'd be in this discussion sort of like even 5 years ago? Just absolutely brilliant. And the title wins. Since his he won at WrestleMania, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And since then he's just excelled. And like you say, with the AAA stuff, the crowd reaction to him on the AAA shows are incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I've got no arguments there. I went slightly different. I say slightly different, quite different because it's a different person. But I went for John Cena.
Yeah.
Just because I think that he really grafted this year. I know he's spoken about I wanted to do 200 dates, but it's all very well. But to come back and
they didn't even have 200 dates.
Exactly. It's just like
there wasn't even 200 dates on the calendar. Someone should have told him, Cena, we don't do house shows anymore. What are you on about?
Yeah, that's a lot to expect to be able to come in and have a whole couple of shows because it would have been right SmackDown just dedicated to him. So I think what he did was fair. I think that, he was involved in every major PLE for the year. Some really strong matches. There was stuff to contend with in terms of writing, the heel turn, and supporting characters being there and they're not. But yeah, I just think overall he's the one that's entertained me the most throughout this year. And but I think it's more like Sam said, lack of consistency from some of the other big names. They've just kind of fallen through a little bit. There's been some injuries. Seth has had good moments. CM Punk's had some good moments. Drew, I think it'd have probably been Kevin Owens' year if he hadn't got injured because he started the year in amazing shape. But yeah, so for me it's John Cena. Going to the chat, Lee, he's gone for Drew McIntyre. I think it was him last year. I think I definitely voted him last year. This year, not so much. It could all change this year. I think he should win that title off Cody. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. But yeah, he won't. And who else? And Rax has gone for. He's gone for Cody. Oh no, Cody Rhodes. So
again, consistent more than
consistent.
special.
Yeah, but Cody kind of bores me now. He really does. He's had a couple of good moments, but I don't feel much when he does his promo. There's a couple of moments on the promo with Cena where I was like, oh, okay, he's showing a little bit there, but
I think with Cody, I think it's the writing because look at we've been around the Survivor Series time. He was cutting awesome promos because he had something to do.
Yes.
But every time he seems to be in a feud with someone who's not there, he's got a promo on his own all the time.
It's very true.
I feel a bit sorry for Cody. I do think he's been given a poison chalice of following Roman and then going, are you going to feud with Randy? No. Okay, feud with John. He's not here. Well, promo anyway.
You go say something. Yeah. That's a really good shout. Okay, so we don't have a clear winner for that, but we've all given our nominations. Yeah, that's male superstar of the year. If we'd had more than two votes than one person, then I'd do it.
Five different votes. That says everything.
I would like to say that technically, because I've given another award to Dominic Mysterio, does that technically mean that he becomes Superstar of the Year?
Depends on the award you've given him, but
because the award I've given him technically, depending on your belief of the way you phrase certain things, technically he isn't that superstar. I say he's that superstar. But when we get to it,
then we'll discuss it. And it may be that Dom ends up taking this award if we retrospectively.
It just turned into the Da Vinci Code, and I hurt my brain.
Right. Let's go to female superstar of the year. So Sam, who did you have?
There's so many you could do this. Triple H, write some women's stories. They're the best thing on the show. For God's sake, let them make a better pay-per-view. For God's sake. I'm going to go with the person who X seems to despise because X doesn't like anybody who is pushed or anything. I think the person who's been the best across the board is Becky Lynch. I don't care what Twitter says. Screw you. Look at the elevation of the IC title compared to the United States Championship. Like, they could not be two third things because she has done it. People went, she's Becky Hogan, and then has literally didn't win a single match for the last 4 months of the year and was still something brilliant. Her promos are good fun. I love the gimmick of saying, they Sports Illustrated says on the best. Love that. She's had great matches that people just don't want to admit. She is the conduit to help AJ Lee back in to WWE. She's been brilliant to help her through. I think she's been brilliant with Matt Steen, who is clearly green as grass, to make her look relatively comfortable in the ring. I think Becky's had a fabulous year, and people just don't want to admit it because it's Becky Lynch, and she's the number one in WWE. Becky for me all day long.
Yeah, 100%. Becky was my pick as well. I think that she delivers on the mic. She's had fantastic promos. Her social media work has been great. She's been going on podcasts and stuff like that, and just really digging into that character. She's had some time on screen with her husband this year with Seth, and You know, some really good stuff there. So yeah, Becky Lynch for me as well. So no arguments there. Neil, who have you got?
Becky was my number 2.
Ooh, okay. Who picked it for the
Naomi.
most?
Yeah.
Naomi. I'm sorry. I was like, I had no idea that a heel Naomi was so amazing.
Yes.
Awesome.
And the fact that it only ended because she literally got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no. That I'm like, nothing would make me happier than next year's Money in the Bank. A returning Naomi wins it.
Yeah.
Back-to-back Money in the Bank wins.
Mm-hmm.
Steals the title again.
Yeah.
And just has a year-long run of proceed with caution.
Mm-hmm.
She was my number 2 solely because she didn't finish the year. It's literally because that was the reason. Because quite frankly, if Naomi had finished the year, I think she would have been number 1. She was fabulous.
Agreed.
She was excellent. Her promo work, apart from that one promo Bianca, which I really still think was terrible, was excellent. Her in-ring work's great. She got the best match out of Jade.
Yes.
Comfortably. That Mania match I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird because she's been so desperately trying to get pregnant because she's like 37. She's had issues. I think she maybe lost an ovary, I think, or something like that. So she's had some real issues. So literally, it's coming a word and the best time for her because she desperately wants it. But at the same time, it was when her career was at its peak. It's a really weird one, but I'm happy for her. I hope everything goes swimming for her. I hope everything goes well. And I agree with you. I would have a return at Money in the Bank. Give her that whole year. It's in September, Money in the Bank. Have a return then, and I agree with it. I'm completely on board.
Yeah, 100%. She could just step back in and win that. Absolutely no issues with that. Yeah, agreed. No, really good shout. Let's go to the chat. Female superstar for the year for Rax was Rhea Ripley. She had a good WrestleMania match in the triple threat.
Solid.
But yeah, I think again the previous year was a better year, where this year she's floated in between a few feuds and stuff like that. So, and then who did Lee go for? Lee went for Stephanie Vaquer, and
yeah, but promo wise,
I think that's the issue.
wise.
Lee, you are not supposed to pick based on what they look like.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to have to change my Becky pick. Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, poor Lyra.
No, I love her as well. I'm very Irish.
Yeah, I think that she's had a great year in terms of some solid matches, some achievements with the titles and stuff like that. But she's a different kind of draw, and so for me, she doesn't tick enough boxes to be my superstar of the year. For some people, she will be.
Year in kayfabe. In kayfabe, she's had the best year, but that's not what we're judging.
No, agreed. Yeah, agreed. Okay, let's move on to best tag team of the year. So I've kept this quite open. I haven't done it as male or female tag teams, as in 2 separate categories.
Let me talk about all the tag teams. Let me talk about all the tag teams who are up for nomination. Here we go.
Cue Tumbleweed.
Charlotte and Alexa have been good fun, haven't they? Charlotte, they're right, do the heart thing, and that's my nomination. There you go, Charlotte and Alexa. There we go.
Yeah, Shalexa. Yes, I've gone for Shalexa as well. I think that the fact that it was great that we saw Alexa Bliss come back in the Royal Rumble. She disappeared for a bit. We thought there was going to be some Wyatt Six stuff, but that didn't happen. And I'm glad about that. But then she was able to take Charlotte Flair, who won the Royal Rumble and people were pissed off. Had a WrestleMania main event, lost. People were still pissed off. Had a terrible promo situation with Tiff, which got very personal. As seen in Unreal. And then Alexa Bliss has made people like Charlotte Flair.
She made Charlotte Flair likable. It's the greatest achievement in wrestling history.
You could argue Alexa should win Female Superstar of the Year. But yeah, and so I think that's been a great relationship. ultimately it's going to end in a feud, which will be entertaining. But yeah, no, it's been a good run, and yeah, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for me as well. Neil, who you got?
Zarya and Sol Ruka.
Yes, I've heard good things. I haven't seen enough of them. I love Sol Ruka. I think she's fabulous. But yeah, tell us why.
It's basically it's the colorful Rhea Ripley and the best RKO.
It's the odd
And there's
couple.
them as
They just work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they do. And it's like the best way I can describe it is like you see what they're trying to do with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Yeah,
It already works better.
it's better.
With
Right.
They copied it.
Yeah, they basically just took their, like, you have this, you've got this high flyer or this person who is great, who is a finishing move that requires the ropes,
Mhm.
and this powerhouse from Australia.
Mhm.
And they were just like, that works on the NXT. I'll have some of that.
Mhm.
And I just think, no, like, I would love to see that as a match.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Just the four of them getting it on, because it would literally, for video game fans, it would literally just be Street Fighter Ryu versus Ken.
Awesome. All right, a good shout.
But I just think that they're a better team.
Mhm.
They've had a good year. The problem is it's so hard to rank NXT, particularly the
Yeah.
women's.
Did you see them
tag
come up as a
division.
tag team? Did you see
No,
them come up
they'll
as a
take
team?
Sol Ruka on her own.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they'll take Ruka by itself.
Mhm.
That finishing move looks so, even though it is like it looks amazing,
Mhm.
but it's so like you'd never pull that off. Like,
I know what you mean. It's like, how do you not see it coming?
There's
it
so
will
much
never come.
setup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much that it will never come from nowhere.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. No, agreed.
Yeah.
Right. Rax went for DIY, and Lee went for I refuse. But because he sent me his list and he left the best tag team empty, and I went back to him and was like, best tag team. He's like, I refuse. He's like,
I have no problem.
Steam machine guns.
I have no problem with Vacant winning the best tag team of 2025.
Right. Okay. Well, with 2 votes,
Mhm.
it is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. So that is best tag team of the year. Right. Let's go to NXT Superstar of the Year. Now, I don't watch a lot of NXT. What I do watch of it, I watch from TikTok, basically. And from what I've seen, for me, Javon Evans has demonstrated some fantastic stuff in ring. Very, very entertaining. So I've gone for him, and he's just been called up to Raw. He signed this week, which apparently he did in a commercial break, so not many people realized it. But yeah, so Javon Evans has officially signed to Raw. Let's go to the chat. So Obafemi for Lee, and I can understand that, a cracking year. And to touch on that, NXT spoilers, Obafemi seems to have vacated the NXT title. So it looks like he is being called up, and I really like that.
He's had vignettes already.
Yeah, and you love it that the fact they haven't made him lose the title to then be called up. He's leaving from a position of strength. Stephanie did the same, didn't she? Didn't she vacate to move up?
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. And Rax went for Trick Williams, for best NXT superstar. And Neil, who have you got? Or should I even ask?
This was the most difficult, like, category for me, because I read it and I was just like, Obafemi next, and then my brain was like, and it came down to 4 people:
Okay.
Obafemi,
Mm-hmm.
Javon Evans,
Mm-hmm.
Trick Williams. Oh, sorry, 5 people. So those 3. Ethan Page,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Obafemi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints.
Right. Okay. I haven't seen enough of Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
And I went with Javon Evans.
okay.
It was between him and Ricky for the while thinking about it. And it's going to sound very insane when I say these next words. Winning the NXT title wasn't enough for me to be like, you deserve Superstar of the Year. The NXT's like best Superstar of the Year. I was like, nah, because Javon Evans was getting props from strong veterans.
Okay.
And I was like, that doesn't happen as often as it should.
Yeah.
So it means more when it does happen.
Yeah. All right. So, cool. And Sam, who did you go for? I think we got a hint there from your reaction, but yeah, go on.
Ethan Page is the most entertaining person on NXT. I will watch that man all day. He is the perfect example of TikTok NXT.
What have you thought of his relationship with Chelsea Green? And now that's
magic. He should be called up just to do that. Like, just do that. I got a weird feeling they're not going to call him up. I got a weird feeling they're going to leave him there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Like
another
a few
year.
others, but no, do that. He's so entertaining.
No,
I don't care. I don't
Call him
care.
up the night after Mania.
Yeah. Raw after
I
Mania.
don't care how high Javon Evans can jump. I don't care how good a promo Trick is. I don't care how much aura Obafemi has. And I don't care how much Ricky likes to look at his own act. I really want to watch Ethan Page do more things because he's so damn entertaining.
Yeah,
good job.
I agree. You know what I want? I want Ethan Page to get called up the night after WrestleMania. Well, actually, no. Let me be accurate in there. I say this. I want him to get called up the SmackDown after WrestleMania.
Yep.
Immediately win the US title whilst still holding the other title.
North America, is
it? Yeah, the North American title, and literally just be like, same thing, drape it in the Canada colors.
I'm your US champion.
Both titles.
Yeah.
And he'd just be like, I am. And every time he says it, he'd be like, never call it the US championship. Just be like, I am your Canada and affiliates champion.
Love it.
Yeah.
All day long.
Lovely.
Yeah. Like there is nothing, just like nothing exists but Canada.
Bad Canada, yeah. Okay, so with 2 nominations, as Javon Evans takes our best NXT Superstar of the Year. So best in-ring wrestler for the year. So they might not be the best promo, they might not have the best views, but someone who delivers in the ring. I think there's a few contenders. Ivan, I think, is fantastic, but I don't think Ilya. Sorry, Ivan. I'm thinking Ivan Drago. Ilya, he's fantastic in the ring, but he hasn't been around long enough for the year. But someone who always delivers in ring is Io Sky. So I think for me, Io Sky has been the best in ring performer this year. Sam, who have you got?
I'll just say, repeat everything you just said, apart from the Rocky IV villain.
Yeah. Sorry,
I completely agree. Dragunov has been the best in ring, but he's did it for 3 months. Io Sky has been the best in the ring. Bar none. So
yeah.
Io Sky.
So she had 2 great wins. She won. One of the surprises of the year is winning the Women's World Championship before WrestleMania, of Rhea Ripley, and then she had a cracker retaining at WrestleMania as well. And Evolution, Survivor Series. She's just been great throughout the year. So agreed. Who Rax went for Gunther, best in ring. I can see it, but he's just
murdering people with your bare open palm does not mean that you are the best in-ring worker.
But he's a ring general. And Lee went for Gunther as well. So two
There's a reason they're not on the show.
Nil, who have you got? Are you going to break the tie, or have you got someone else?
EO.
Makes sense.
EO.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Okay, so
would-
he
yeah.
wins best in-ring wrestler of the year. Next up, most improved wrestler of the year. Let's go to the chat. So Lee went for John Cena. His second half of his retirement tour after SummerSlam was way better. I can't argue with that. Lee's on fire on some of these. Yeah, John Cena. Yeah, it makes sense. It's all about context. And the most improved, Rax has gone for Dirty Dom. And yeah, I can understand that as well because he has a phenomenal year. He has stepped up. So yeah, no, I can see that as well. Neil, who is your most improved?
I decided I was going to cheat until I just had those answers. I was going to say Bronson Reed.
Okay.
Because I was just like, well, I mean, he came back, so that counts. But no, I think being serious and being fair, yes, Dominic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sam, your thoughts?
Dom's improved, really has, to slightly higher level. We have this conversation actually about improving from mid card to main event is a big jump, and improving in general is a big jump. So where do you go? Like, for example, Bron Breakker has dramatically improved to actually look like a main eventer compared to being a mid card guy at that point. Dom has raised from mid card to up mid card, and that's difficult to do. You can look at Maxine, who's green as grass, who's now green as slightly darker grass. But that's not what I think the most improved is. I think there's a really obvious winner that no one said. And I think it's Raquel Rodriguez. Like, what a phenomenal year she's had. She listened to Kevin Nash, of all people, to listen to. In the world of wrestling, it's Kevin Nash. And it was after that one comment, she just changed overnight and started working differently. She started working as a big guy, if you will pardon the expression. She now is a power in the ring. Her wrestling's been fantastic. And suddenly the character has come out. Because let's be honest, she was the blandest of the bland of the blandy blandingtons.
Yeah, she was just the bodyguard.
Yeah, she was Randy Orton of 2007. It was impressive. But now, I'm looking at her going, I would have no problem if you were world champion right now. I'd have zero problem. So for me, the most improved in terms of where they were to where they are now to where they could go on that trajectory is Raquel Rodriguez.
That's a really good shout. And there was two for me. And one was, I thought Maxine Dupree has done really well. I think she's really grafted this year. She spent a lot of time on her technical ability and in-ring awareness, and she's been able to cut a promo or two. But I think Becky has helped her through that. And I think that for me, again, like Sam, it's Raquel Rodriguez. I think she has come on such a long way. She was always just the other person in the tag. It was Liv and Raquel. It was, and who else is she in? Roxanne, and her, so even Roxanne was kind of being mentioned more than her. So yeah, I think that she's done a great job, and like you say, to be pushing herself into the title picture and being a strong contender and having good matches, credit to her. So yeah, I'd agree. So that makes Raquel our winner. But I did like the shout for John Cena. Right. Return of the year. So there's been a few. Who have we had? We've had Rusev. We've had Aleister Black.
Why are we bothering? Let's just say AJ Lee and crack on, shall we?
It's AJ Lee for me. Neil?
Brock.
No, Lee, no.
That's contentious.
Bye.
Because the thing is...
Oh, you know what? Lee's gone for Brock as well.
I say Brock. I'd say for one reason alone. To me, there is a difference between you returning and you're returning for the purpose of being there, like either week in, week out, or you're returning for a while, and there is your return. I kind of knew AJ Lee was coming back.
Yeah. Mhm.
So when that music hit, I was just like,
Okay, it's expected.
okay, cool,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
back. I didn't expect Brock back,
I
especially
understand
because
that
of
thought
the
process.
reasons why he wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's not there because he's still caught up in the whole Vince thing, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, that meant more because I was, like I was literally how I'm sitting now is how I was sitting watching it, and then it just that music hit, and I was like, fuck, no. And then he came out and he was there. I was like, okay, all right, you got me. That was like, I didn't see it coming.
I think
And that is why I was like, because there's only two ways you can return. You can return when nobody knows you're coming, or you can return when everybody knows you're coming. And like I said, it's like
the rumor mill was big enough for AJ where it didn't feel.
It wasn't even a rumor
surprised.
mill. They made it obvious it was trying to be the worst kept secret. It was done intentionally so that everyone would watch. They didn't want it to return and no one watching SmackDown. It was the most watched SmackDown of the year. So you can't judge a return being great because you weren't expecting it, because Brock's return sucked. He came out for no reason, F5 Cena for no reason, had a crap match at WrestlePalooza that they still haven't explained why they had a match in the first place, and then joined the War Games match for no reason whatsoever, in which he did actually quite well. But he sucked. The only reason I'm happy that Brock returns is so that he can bugger off again.
Let us know how you really feel, Sam.
Oh, I hate the man. His return sucked.
Sorry,
I would regard it as the worst return of the year. And generally how bad it is. Oh, it's so bad.
I can see his voice. So we've had 2 for Brock, we've had 2 for AJ Lee, and what did did Rex missed it out? No, Alexa Bliss. You went for Alexa Bliss, which
I also agree with that.
I can understand that. Yeah, that's fair. So we've got a tie with Brock Lesnar. And,
no, we don't. My vote counts twice. AJ Lee.
I think we should give it to AJ. Yay. Simply because Rax shows another female.
Okay, all right. So AJ, you take home. I'm sure
win by default.
Absolutely ecstatic to hear this, but she wins our return of the year. Right, best debut. his skin's still crawling. Best debut of the year. Now I hadn't seen this wrestler prior to their appearance. I'd kind of heard in the build-up that they might be making this appearance. They started at the beginning of the year, within like the second week of January. Penta, I was like, fantastic. I love this guy. Great entrance, great aura, great attitude to the business. Performed some fantastic matches. Was kind of on that Intercontinental title trajectory for a while. It's kind of, he dropped a little bit. Obviously, he was out injured for a period. But for me, I think he's had probably the best debut of the year. Rax has said the same. He's gone for Penta as well. Lee has gone for Penta. Neil, who did you go for?
I went for Penta.
Penta, okay. And Sam, is it a clean sweep?
It is a clean sweep for Penta.
It's a clean sweep. Penta, congratulations, well done.
When I'm seeing people do the Penta walk outside of like wrestling, like, okay, all right, yeah, this debut meant some.
And he made a Mexican destroyer a finisher. Hey! People don't kick out. People don't hit 17 a match. Yay!
Yeah, that's 100% true. Is that, and then I mean, the commentary team did a great job of selling that as well as a big major move, and it definitely works. So yeah, no, absolutely good point. Good point made. Right, so breakout superstar of the year. So this is maybe somebody, like we said, it's kind of maybe a little bit a cross between most improved, but breakout is it something a little bit different. So for me, the breakout superstar for the year has been Bron Breakker, because I think he has then gone from someone who's on the cusp of a few things to cutting promos, having a big match and stuff like that. It came quite late in the year. Even though he had stuff with Jey Uso, was that this year? Beginning of the year? Yeah, and stuff like that. So So I think for me, his
No,
trajectory
Jey
towards the end
Uso was last year.
was it
That was
last year
last
with
year.
Jay? Right. Okay.
Or
So you know,
2024 rather.
yeah. So there seemed to be a little bit of he basically he came onto Raw and he was just cutting through people. It became this big thing, and kind of just disappeared for a little while. And they didn't seem to know what to do with him. They put him in the Vision now, and he's making an impact. He's took Seth out for the injury, and he's kind of taken the lead there. And you know, I don't think he would have had obviously the year he had if Seth had still been around, So the fact that that injury has opened up that opportunity for him, and he's delivered with it. So for me, for Breakout, it's Braun Breakout. Sam, who have you got?
This is where I went with Maxine because
Okay.
you had a person who was not even having matches at all and was the manager to the jobbery of the jobber of the jobber tag team
Yeah.
to winning the IC title and being able to carry through relatively passable matches. And now, in a sense, where they might actually push or use her, that's breaking out to me from the biggest breakout possible. I agree with your Braun Break when he was my second, but I think Maxine has to be rewarded for the fact that not only has she done work and hard work and has improved, but they actually gave her the opportunity. And let's be honest, she took it.
Yeah.
And I think if she can, I see Trish Stratus. Someone who couldn't wrestle, but has the fitness, has the dedication, that eventually you won't even notice it. It will just there'll be a switch where at the moment you can still see still hesitant. It's still move by move. It's still, you can clearly tell Becky's going, do this, do that. You just feel that there's going to be a switch. It'll be like Trish from 2002 to 2003. It'll just suddenly like you won't even notice.
Yeah.
And I think that's what will happen with Maxine.
Yeah. So I think she'll be off for a couple of weeks now because she's just had her nuptials, hasn't she? So she's been married. Congratulations. So maybe losing the title, a few weeks off, and then come back and maybe go for that title again. Neil, who have you gone for?
This was where I chose Dominic Mysterio.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
This was where I chose him because I think good shout with Braun Breaker, excellent shout with Maxine, but I'm like I think of WrestleMania, and I think of everybody was like, he's gonna turn on Finn, and he didn't. Yeah, he won, but he didn't turn on him, so to speak. But it was the crowd's reaction to him winning, and this is a man who, in the summer, like 2 summers ago, he turned double heel.
Yeah. He couldn't even get sentences down in front of a crowd.
He turned double heel. And then I'm like, 2 summers ago, you turned double heel. And now you had arguably one of the biggest pops at WrestleMania.
The fact they went back into the ring to celebrate again.
You're leaving the ring.
That's a great call by Triple H, that is, because there was an audible of the guy camera going, go back to the ring. So he's been told by the cameraman, so that must be Triple H. So to realise, go get another tree.
Those were literally the words I was going to say. I was like, the fact that you are leaving the ring and Triple H is like, go back. And the pop was even louder when he went back. Yeah. I'm like, no, bro. Like, Dom, you did your thing this year. You did your thing. And like, to go to AAA and like, he's a double champion, and then he's like, and the thing is, he should, in all honesty, he shouldn't work.
His 619 is still terrible.
He's got a mullet. He's got the biggest 70s porn star mustache I've ever seen. He, like, the way he kind of carries himself just doesn't feel like it should work, because at least with Eddie Guerrero, you're like, you look the part, like, because you are insanely muscular. And I'm like, Dom just looks like a regular guy. And yet he is just oozing machismo, just oozing charisma. And
prison changed him, my man. Prison changed him.
You're describing the magic that is Dom, because the reason he works is because no one is like Dom.
Yeah.
The reason people get over, the reason CM Punk, for example, is one of the biggest guys. Let's be honest, Punk in the ring is decent in the ring, is good work, he can pull off matches, but it's because no one else is like him. And that's how you get to the upper echelon, is to be an individual. And you can compare him to Eddie Guerrero. He's not like Eddie Guerrero at all. It's actually a personal attack to be Eddie Guerrero that he's doing. Like going, oh, you remember him? Look at me as well. It's genius. And that's why Don works to me. He's just magic. He gets it.
Yeah.
He gets himself.
Yeah. Lee's gone for Stephanie Vecchia because apparently he can't get enough. And Rax has gone for Bron Breakker as well. So just by the 2 votes, Bron Breakker takes it. But Maxine and Dom, absolutely. Which is why I can see why the argument for him for being Superstar of the Year and that kind of discussion. So absolutely. Promo of the year. Sam, what did you go for?
Do you mean individual promo or who was just the best promo?
Individual promo.
The best individual promo, one-off promo was Punk's after Elimination Chamber. It's still magic. It's still awesome. It's the best thing WWE did that wasn't at Elimination Chamber of the entire year. It was the best thing. And I would even argue that Punk's rap against Cena was the next one. So Punk is winning for my promo of the year, and Punk's winning for the promo of the year. So Punk.
Double Punk. Neil, who'd you go for?
See, I had of back and forth. I had John Cena, Cody Rhodes, SmackDown in London.
Oh, we all that did very well on moments of the year for us on our video, because that's brilliant, that promo exchange. Because the promo exchange they had beforehand were crap. But that one was like, oh, I get the Mania feud now.
They set the match up with that one. Yeah.
And it was like it and the thing is, it's crazy. To show you how crazy it was, I was there live watching it. And Richard, our friend Richard messaged me and said, "Are you watching SmackDown?" And I said, "No, I'm living it. I'm there." Right? And he was like, "Holy shit." Because to hear it, and like, there are things that happen when you're watching it live versus when you're watching it on TV, because you get to feel the reaction of people. And I'm like, there are children in front of me and people are like, fucking hell, sorry for the language, but people are losing their minds watching this, and I'm with them, and I'm just like, do you know, it felt like the end of 8 Mile. It felt like watching Eminem at the end of 8 Mile just murder someone with a microphone.
How many outdated movie references can we fit into a retrospective of WWE in 2025? It was like watching the Spinosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park 3 stare each other down.
Yeah, but that was my going back and forth. But yeah, I wanted to go with John Cena after Elimination Chamber for my solo.
Yeah. That's what Rax went for, the heel turn.
Because everything he said, the thing is, everything he said was so true. And it's not watching it live. It's watching it as a recap when they're adding all the clips of what he's talking about. And it just, that was wonderful. But at the same time, even though I'm not a CM Punk fan, him standing on the announce table face to face with the microphone and he was cussing out The Rock and he's like, "You're bullshit." I was like, yeah.
Imagine.
I was like, if there was going to be a time when I start to like you, that would be the moment.
Okay.
Just one extra thing, just because I've already walked off about Brock Lesnar. Just going to throw out there that I thought Cena's promo after the Elimination Chamber was crap. Just throwing that out there, because I thought it was about 10 years late. You booed me. Yeah, in 2015 and 2014. What are you on about? We haven't booed
you in a long time.
What are you on about? It was a promo that was 10 years late. I hated that promo. Sorry, start throwing it out there.
But also, giving the business to a little kid. Just the kid just catching strays to the point where WWE had to be like, nah, look, like kid, don't worry.
Yeah, and he was on all the
We'll
recaps as
sort
well,
this.
just focusing on that kid. It's just like, oh,
the kid's
Who
sitting there
more?
like, what the fuck can I
Hang on.
do?
Which kid in the crowd more? Is it that kid from Brussels? Because I think it was Brussels, that one.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Or
Brussels.
the girl when Miz won the WWE Championship. Who's got the kid in the crowd?
No, it's gotta be the kid from Brussels, right? Because the girl was upset, but I'm like, you were just the visual representation of how most grown men felt at that
Beat up a
time,
child.
right?
You abused a child.
Cena went
was being
after that
called.
kid.
Yeah, and it's that Simpsons moment. It's like you can actually see the moment his heart breaks. You know, so it's just this poor kid. Yeah, really good shouts. What have we got on the chat? So, yeah, like I say, Rax went for Cena's first heel turn. Lee went for Cena's pipe bomb, and that was up there for me as well. I thought that was a really solid promo. It was kind of unexpected, but then when it happened, breaking the fourth wall, just the whole repeat of his promo was Punk's promo was great. But yeah, I'd agree with you guys. CM Punk, that promo, that takes it. Happy for that to be it. Okay, so we have still got a few to go. So let's do this one. Best feud. I thought this is actually one of the tougher ones for me this year. So I actually went back to the beginning of the year and went for Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, because I think at the end of 24 carrying into 25, they had that great match at was it Elimination Chamber? They had the ladder match,
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, and then they had Saturday Night Main Event and stuff like that. Yeah, so for me, that was the best feud. And like I said, Kevin Owens was on fire. It's just really unfortunate he got injured. So yeah, for the rest of the year, it was kind of meh for feuds. So that's what I went for. Neil, who'd you go for?
I had two picks.
Mm-hmm.
One is Cody versus Cena, just because of that SmackDown promo. I was like, that's
Travis Scott.
I know, but just the two of them alone, that promo of them going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when we talk about people catching strays, I'm sorry.
Well, they didn't hit Travis Scott, did they? They could have hit Travis Scott.
What did he say? I bury mediocrity, and everyone in the upper row just. He said the words, I bury mediocrity, and if you weren't there, you didn't notice how many people just turned and looked at Wade Barrett like, why is Wade catching strays? I was like, he ain't mediocre. Why is he catching strays? So I was like, that was one where I was like,
yeah, Rax
like,
the same. He went Cody Cena as well.
Yeah, that, and literally, like, and the thing is, I will be totally honest, if you remove that SmackDown in London,
it's one of the worst feuds of the year.
It's nothing. It is a nothing burger of a feud, but that one was so good. I'm like, there's a lot of feuds that have time to build and gestate and go level and level and level and level, and that one promo just is like, sit down.
Okay, I understand your thought process. Sam, what do you go for?
I don't understand the thought process. Just we're doing best feud, right? Just double checking.
Yeah,
we're doing best feud. Just okay, fair enough. Only two feuds.
That wasn't my pick.
Thank God for that.
That wasn't my pick. That was just, I said I had two.
Okay.
Well, then
I was one of
3
two.
minutes of my life.
I didn't ask you a second pick. I asked for your pick.
My actual feud of the year is totally different. Is literally just friggin' Naomi and Jade.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does it?
I mean, that return, I mean, that might come up as one of the awards for later in the show, but yeah, no, that was a really solid feud, and I think it was mainly delivered by
The
Naomi. Yeah, the return. You know, there was it all launched from there. So yeah, but no, okay, so fair enough. So Naomi and Jade is your pick.
I only have.
Sorry.
Go on.
Go on.
I know this changes nothing, but actually I would like to change my return of the year to Jade.
Okay.
Okay, imagine back in time.
I just want it on record.
No. What movie reference can we make to go back? Time cop? Time bandits. Hot tub time machine.
Time cop. Hot tub time machine. Right? You see that swirling? Right? Yeah, no. Just I mean,
I think there have only been 2 feuds that have actually been feuded, have been consistent, and ended, which has been weirdly one of the precursors for this year. Can you end a feud, Triple H, at any frigging point? And I don't mean fizzle out so we forget it's happening. Can you end a feud? Like even Jade Naomi. They had a match at Evolution, but that was like 6 months after the return. It just went on and on and on. As much as the return is one of the best things that happened this year, and I will be giving it an award later on. The 2 that I had was also Cody Kevin at the beginning of the year. But the one I actually wanted to give it to that I thought was consistent, elevated both people, elevated the title, and they had 3 really good matches. One, I suppose you could not, but generally speaking, which was Becky versus Lyra.
Yeah,
That was a
as you were saying,
little feud. They had 3 matches. Bailey was incorporated. The way it started was great. Bailey being taken out, tag team. The turn, which I predicted, thank you, was really, really, really good. I thought Lyra improved dramatically on the microphone because we talked a lot about Lyra being one of the worst promos, and then we went off, and then she became a really good one. So we now look like dicks because all we did was say how much of a rubbish promo she was, and then she killed great promos. I think Becky and Lyra had a great feud that actually was the only thing for a while worth watching on a pay-per-view. Like we got to Backlash. You look at the pay-per-view and go, oh, Cena and Orton take 693. And oh God, there's Logan, Logan and Jey Uso. And my Pat McAfee and Gunther. Oh God. But at least there's Becky Lyra.
What about Pat and Gunther? Yeah, jeez.
So I've gone for Lyra and Becky.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, not the best year for feuds.
There is no winner.
Best turn of the year. Now, this could be a face turn or a heel turn. When I first thought about it, I thought it was obvious because it should be Cena, and it was a case of no one expected it. However,
can I just jump in there 1 second? There was one man who predicted it, and he rubbed it in my face, and he's still rubbing it in my face when holding it, which is Baby Sam on Sam's on Wrestling, because he predicted it at our Elimination Chamber predictions. It got clipped, because the reason it got clipped is because I turned to him and essentially called him an idiot and a moron, and I'm going to ignore everything you're saying at this point, and now I look like the worst wrestling connoisseur. So one person did predict it, so well done him. He still won't let me get it, and it's 11 months later.
Yeah, and no, he should hang on to that. But yeah, I actually went for Paul Heyman. I think Paul Heyman's turn of WrestleMania delivered. The fact that we thought it was one turn against Roman, but then it turned out to be Seth. There was a little bit of me feeling it might happen building up to it, like something had to change, something had to be different, and was Seth that factor. But the way it happened, the way it delivered, everything happened after the division. I just thought that was great. So I've Cena delivers for me later on in another award, but actual best turn, because it wasn't just a turn for the sake of it, it actually led to something. I've gone for Paul Heyman. So Neil, who have you got best turn?
Stuck between Naomi and Paul Heyman, and I think I'm gonna go with Heyman because Naomi's heel run was amazing, but she didn't turn heel, if that makes sense.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It was like
Paul Heyman did either, really.
I mean, Paul was different because he's in the middle of the ring and
He had
he's
his
just
let the
like,
share. I mean,
no low blow.
He was
And you know what it is? It was his face. It was his face at the CM Punk low blow.
yeah.
Where it was like the low blow to Roman was like, oh, what have I done? I've murdered a child, right? It was like, oh, I've you know, it was movie
I'm
reference
sorry.
time.
I did it for the
Movie
Rock.
reference, movie reference time. His turning against Roman was like Fredo and Michael in The Godfather Part 2. But his low blow against CM Punk, that was Scream 1. We all go mad sometimes.
Okay.
That was
All right. So Paul Heyman with 2. Sam, what'd you go for?
When I always give the award of best turn, I never look at what happens afterwards.
Okay, it's just the moment.
It's just the moment, because then you are judging on someone's year, you're judging on them as a heel or judging them as a face, and I think that's kind of unfair when you talk about turn, as it were. So whenever I go turn, I always go the turn itself. I never go with afterwards. So it's Cena for me. It's the best turn, as much as everything that proceeded for the next 4 months afterward was a load of crap. It's the best turn to me, because I never look at what follows. Because, instead, you're then going, what's the best heel run?
One,
So I always go with the best turn is the turn itself, and I think
I've got no argument with that. Lee and Rax, they both gone for Cena as well, and just the way it happened, the beat down, and obviously at the time we had no issues with The Rock and
let's not mention his name in any of it. Let's not mention that guy's name.
I have an issue. I have an issue with The Rock.
I've just said let's not mention that guy's name.
Forrester. What? Speed up. You're not that old.
I don't blame The Rock for that. I blame WWE for that. They went to him and said, "Our ticket sales are low. We need you," and then he wasn't available, and it all went to shit. So, but yeah, we'll come on to that probably. Okay, so best turn goes to John Cena. Match of the year. Now this could be a technical thing. It could be the one you most enjoyed. Spectacle. For me, the match I enjoyed most this year was John Cena versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was two greats putting on a show, respected each other, putting off incredible finishes, putting on moves to represent people from their past. Just had everything for me and absolutely loved it. So that was my match of the year. Neil, what did you go for?
Ilya Dragunov, Sami Zayn.
Oh, yeah, that was a good match. Very good match. And that was the surprise win. So
that's the only match in the history of me being a WWE fan where I watched it and then immediately rewound and watched it again.
Right. Okay.
And admittedly, the fact that we live in the technological age where I am able to do that does allow certain things to go differently. I'm sure I would have done it with like TLC 1 or something, or but nah. Ilya Dragunov, we missed you.
Yeah.
Missed you.
Yeah. Good shout. Rax went for Io, Rhea, and Bianca at WrestleMania, and Lee went for SmackDown TLC match.
Well, that was great.
That was a fantastic.
Should have been Mania.
It should have been a Mania. It was the night before. Is it the night before Mania? Was
SmackDown going in.
That's a really good shout, actually. So yeah, no, that was a fantastic match. Was that the one where he grabbed the prosthetic leg from the person at ringside? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so Sam, what did you go for?
The one thing I'll say about the Cena AJ one is I thoroughly enjoyed that match. Bit of a house show match, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a bit of a house show match. It was an exhibition.
It was an exhibition.
It was a bit, yeah. So that was, we talked about it a lot at the time, because I turned to Sam and I'm like, go watch this match. And he turned to me and went, bit of an exhibition. I went, Yeah, but a fun one.
But it's
I've got Rio and Bianca at Mania. I think it's match of the year comfortably. I also thought it blew the triple threat from the night before out of the water comfortably. So that's my vote.
Okay, no issues with that. So it goes to the ladies. Well done, match of the year. The OMG moment of the year. For me, that was the John Cena heel turn. Like I said, I didn't see it coming, and it's what I overall didn't have an issue with his heel run in the program. Yes, there were the things I would like to have been different, but I think he did the best with what he was given. It was just, we waited so long. It was one of those things you just kind of admit to yourself you'd never see it happen. And this was going to be a swan song year. You know, if he was going to win 18, it's about him chasing it and, you know, being the underdog potentially and losing to potentially win it. And so then for that to happen, to win the Elimination Chamber and then turn, that was my OMG moment of the year. Lee's gone the same, the Cena heel turn, and Rax was the Cena heel turn. Sam, what did you go for?
I have not picked the Cena heel turn. I have picked what happened about 2 hours prior, which was Jade's return.
Yes.
And because I thought because two reasons. One, as I said, Baby Sam had predicted it. And the minute I saw The Rock, it was the main event code, I went, oh, he's right. No. So I actually knew it was coming. And even twice, I got 2 warnings that it was coming. So I was really annoyed because if he had to say it, I probably wouldn't have thought about it. But I spent the entire time going, he not turn heel. Oh, God, it's happening in the main event. The Cena's still in the ring. Oh, great. Heel turn. I thought Jade's thing. First of all, I never want to talk about women's appearances because we're in 2026, but I thought she came out and looked unbelievable.
Oh, fantastic. It
was blown away. Awesome shot up. Wrestling is Awesome's TikTok. It blew up that.
It did.
Let's point out that's why it should win it for you, because without it, I'm not sure how many followers you would actually have in comparison to the month prior.
Very fair. That is absolutely fair.
It was Liv Morgan's best acting performance because I genuinely believed it. Naomi looks so chill. It's the best thing I've seen Bianca do. I weirdly don't think she should have won the chamber at that point. Just right now, that's just an extra thing. That's my own thing. Because then she got took away from the feud. Why was she taken away from the feud? As much as it led to the best match of the year, why was she taken away from the feud to go with Rhea? And it made no sense. But that whole thing was just perfection. There's nothing I would change in any of it. It made Jade look like a megastar. Naomi got destroyed and taken out. She wasn't pinned. Liv looked great in it. Bianca looked great. And Travis Scott wasn't there.
Cherry on the cake. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that video got 732,000 views on my TikTok. So
mental.
As actually a shout out that should have been.
I was furious about it. Doing little things you should clip from WWE and get quarter of a million views.
It's all right. I didn't make a penny from it. It's fine. But yeah, the overall is John Cena's heel turn, but that's a great shout out. Then it's the WTF moment of the year, and not in a good way. It's more of the what the fuck did I just watch moment of the year. There's a couple this year that it could have been, but I ultimately did go for Travis Scott at WrestleMania. That I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know how they. I suppose the way they were thinking it potentially is when you're looking at The Rock as the final boss, he is like the minion. So the final boss doesn't need to be there because he's going to come into it later. So he sends out his minion to kind of help his the person whose soul he owns.
But let me jump on that. You say help. Cena had just hit an avalanche AA.
Yeah,
Cody was on the floor and Cena was up. Yeah, what did he need to help? And then if he did help, the ref wasn't down. So that would have led to a DQ if they did the thing that they were trying to do. Cody, why do baby faces actually counter it? Get hit, so DQ, stupid. Walk off. So literally, everything you're saying is right. But that's so wrong because it makes no sense. He was there so they could play his song for the full fucking 4 minutes.
Yes. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. And that was it. It's like the thought process is there, but the execution was just stupid. And I mean, Cena's come out and said it since, like the match that he had with Cody he was trying to ruin wrestling, and it was a slow, deliberate match, and that's what he was trying to kind of put on, and it didn't need Travis, it didn't need him. The fact that he was winning his 18th title, he could have done that as a heel Cena, and that would have been fine. You didn't need that extra element. So yeah, I agree. He's done it because his song was part of it, and they have this hard on for him, and they give him that weird hardcore belt and all this kind of stuff. And now he's nowhere to be seen because he decided, I don't want to do this anymore, and hasn't shown up to shows. And
they fell out with him. No, they fell out with him. They got rid of him, not the other way around.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, they got rid of him. And so yeah, that was, for me, that was the WTF moment of the year. Just like, what were you thinking, WWE? Neil, what did you have?
Well, my OMG moment, because I didn't get
Did we
to say
go to
it,
your
was no.
Apologies, my friend.
Oh, good. My OMG moment was Jade's return.
Okay, so second one for Jade.
Beating
okay.
me. But my WTF was, yes, it was anything to do with Travis Scott. Any and everything. Like if he was on screen, WTF.
I mean, he could have ruined the WrestleMania main event because that stupid punch on Cody. So I mean, just gave him that black eye, didn't he? Just.
Can I throw out a new one, because it's that. Let's be clear.
It is that. Okay.
But let's pretend Travis Scott didn't appear for a second, right? Okay. Let's be honest. Let's make it wrestler related for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember I think it's 2 weeks or the week before the Elimination Chamber that we're building towards with Travis Scott? The Rock going up to Cody. I want your Carly, I want yours. That 20-minute rambling, haven't written anything down. Awful, made no sense. Everyone was kind of confused. I'm already WWE champion. I don't need any more. Are you asking me to be in movies? Is that what you're saying? I'm in Street Fighter later. I'm in another movie. What was that? Like, literally, he was touching him and going, I want your soul. It's like, I don't need to. I'm good. I got this or whatever it is. So if Travis Scott hadn't existed, I think this would have been talked about way more.
100% agree with that. 100% agree. Yeah, no doubt. That was it wouldn't have been such a bad promo if it was so long. If you just come out and said, I want your soul, I want you to be my champion, and then walk out, then we would have like, okay, what does he really want with that? But he just went on. And yeah, that was a very, very bizarre moment. Rax went for Cena taps out.
Yeah, sure. It was obvious though.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with it. I know that split people, but I was like, yeah, the man was like, you know what? I've tried my best. I've done my thing. I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to carry this company on my shoulders anymore. I'm going to let it go.
If it had been 20 years ago, no one would have batted an eyelid. It's TikTok and Twitterverse moaning at it. It's like every single person who retires has done that type of thing.
Yeah, it's only because Sting won his last match. It was like, that's not how you treat someone.
A man who never lost a match in AEW, never put over anyone in AEW. Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Sting.
Yeah, agreed.
I think.
So first of all, Neil, what was your WTF?
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay.
But no,
cool.
I think regarding Cena's tapping out, I don't think there's anything wrong with the tapping out. I think you could have executed the last moments before then better. To throw it, I mean, like, movie reference time, I feel like it should have been like a reverse of a Rocky finale. Like you think like, I think, is it Rocky 3 or Rocky 4 I think it's Rocky 4 when he's been knocked down and Paulie's like, stay down, man, just stay down, just stay down. And then he gets back up. I feel like, there should have been someone like, I don't know who you could have chose, because it couldn't have been Sami Zayn and it couldn't have been like The Miz or someone, but someone should have been there. Even if before the match,
the whole roster. You've gone the wrong way. Everybody. Have it as everybody.
Even if you had everyone there, and it's just like,
come on, yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
like
can you imagine
even if it was
banging on the
everyone just
song?
there watching it, like if you had if exactly right, if you had all of his adversaries, all of his you know, like people he was close to at that in the ring, like at the ring, we're watching. It's like almost like a lumberjack match, but no one gets involved, and we're like, I want to see this match with my own two eyes. I'm not watching this on a screen. I want to
Proper
be
and sad.
ringside watching this. And then every time he gets knocked down and it looks like he's done, they're banging it. Come on, John, you can do this. You can do this. And then it would have been better because Gunter works best when he's antagonizing someone to their face. And imagine like most of these people who are cheering him on, Sami Zayn and The Miz specifically, who both had very stellar, very, very like important matches against John Cena and very important matches against Gunter. And then imagine like they're like, come on, John, get up. And Gunter's like, remember what happened to you last time you spoke?
Yeah.
And you're like,
No, I can understand that. That would have been quite a spectacle.
The whole just being there getting choked out and then like smiling. I get his reasoning for why he said it, but the whole like just smiling, and I was like, nah, John.
Yeah, no, I was fine. It's like for me, it's like my time is now. I'm done. But we move on. So we've just got 3 more. So best PLE. For me, there was clear top 2 this year, and I think one was kind of buried a little bit with everything else that was going on that weekend, which was Evolution. You had like the AEW, you had the NXT, you had the AAA, I think that weekend as well. And it was like thrown in on a Sunday. But it's actually one of the best pay-per-views of the year. And I think the talent deserves all the credit. But for me, Elimination Chamber just pipped it this year. I think it was stacked. It had so many moments. And it really set up a huge momentum going into the WrestleMania season, where up until that point, probably didn't care so much for a lot of things that were going on. Now, whatever happened with the matches and everything afterwards and the feuds, whatever, but that PLE, it did a bang up job. Some fantastic matches, and yeah, so Elimination Chamber for me. Sam, what did you go for?
I originally had an Evolution. I had Evolution in my own awards, and Baby Sam made me realize how much happened at Evolution. There are things we haven't even, not an Elimination Chamber. There are things we haven't even mentioned. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn having a barn still. The men's Elimination Chamber itself was actually a very well done match. It was one of those things where at the time, if you try and put your brain back there, Royal Rumble was meh. And the Raws going into the Elimination Chamber and on Netflix were bad. Like the opening Netflix of the year was a terrible Netflix. Like everyone was trying to say it was good, but I was like, nah. Once they put the curtain down, everything went horribly wrong. Every match was flat. Every promo was flat. Bar maybe Cena's. It was a bad. And every Netflix after that got kind of worse. They were a really bad start. I couldn't quite. We've gone from great Raws to bad Raws almost from a switch. It was really strange. And the Rumble wasn't great. And then we got to Chamber and we all went, okay, we're on the road to WrestleMania now. We're off now. We've set up loads of feuds in one go. This was a great night, and off we go. And then they went back downhill again, obviously. But that Elimination Chamber gave a light to what was meant to be the road to WrestleMania. And everything delivered so much. It has to be it. But I will have to say that Evolution probably had the better matches across the board.
Yes, agreed.
But Elimination Chamber, it's going to go down in history. And I think it'll be remembered for a long, long time.
Great. Neil, what are your thoughts?
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
You think you can reel them off? Like you could fill your hand with moments from Elimination Chamber.
Yes, exactly that. Even just the little moments, like Cena Punk when they came head to head at the end and stuff like that. Yeah, there was a lot of magic and storytelling in those matches. So 100%. Okay, best PLE. Rax went for WrestleMania.
Best.
Yeah.
It might be getting a vote for something else in a minute from me.
Yeah. Lee went for Evolution 2. Yeah. So yeah. The winner goes to Elimination Chamber. Right, so worst PLE of the year. I think this is going to be a sweep across the board. WrestlePalooza. it was hyped up to be this next big PLE, like the 5th one or wherever it is. Absolutely tanked, and I don't think I enjoyed much of it at all. That's all I have to say about that. Lee said the same. WrestlePalooza. Rax said Crown Jewel, Perth.
No.
No.
Senior AJ and
Yeah, I thought there was some good
Cody
matches there.
and Death and no.
So Neil, what'd you go with?
Originally, I had written Survivor Series, but I think I'm actually going to say WrestlePalooza because I was
Actually, very forgettable.
like, I think Survivor Series at least, you know, you had an all right War Games match.
I'm tired of War Games.
I'm tired of the stipulation. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Should be elimination until the last person turns up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? If you have elimination and then the last person enters and they go, War Game start, and it's like 4-on-2, 1-on-1, 3-on-1. There's so many fun things you could do.
Absolutely.
But also, this is the one thing I have with War Games. Not a single War Games has mattered. You get to Raw and nothing. It's the same problem they have with Survivor Series matches. Put something on the line. Please.
Yes.
I will say that the War Games match where it was the Bloodline and Sammy.
Yes.
The end, once that match was done, that hug, that Jay Sammy hug, I was like, I felt that shit. I felt it in my bones.
That's it. But that's it. That's stakes. There's emotion in the
than
match.
that,
There's nothing like that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it should be brought out every now and then, or like Sam says, change the stipulations. So it's different. Just waiting for people to get into the ring before the match starts. It does nothing.
Yeah. But also, like Hell in a Cell, bring it out when you need it.
Yeah. Agreed. Sam, what was your worst PLE of the year?
WrestleMania.
Oh, okay, the big one.
Because here's the thing about WrestlePalooza. It worked great. It was the build that made it worse. Because actually, if you took away the build, it's all right. Brock and Cena is terrible. Let's ignore that. Everything else was fine.
Yes.
4-way was all right. I enjoyed AJ's first match. That was good fun. I disagree that it actually was the worst. It was the feeling of it that made it feel like it was worse. But actually, the show's fine.
Yeah,
Cena Brock. Whereas WrestleMania, now that you've made it 2 nights, a 4 out of 10 WrestleMania feels way worse. I don't care that you've had a 5-star match with Io, Rhea, and Bianca, because I've had 13 other matches over 2 days that have sucked. We've got matches that are involving sponsorship for whatever reason. Drew looks like a tit, and the War Raiders look like a tit. The worst ever WrestleMania main event, and I have seen them all. That was the worst WrestleMania main event. I include Hogan versus King Kong Bundy, and I include Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow. I would rather watch them than Cena Cody. It's unwatchable. Every other match was 3-star matches at best, bar that one thing. I thought the triple threat with the men's was just brawling around the arena until a very obvious turn that set. I hated WrestleMania. I watched it on my own for night 1. Baby Sam came for night 2, and then we had to immediately review it, and we both were just like, I genuinely can't be bothered. Because it was just going to be, that match was all right, or that match was boring. Jay and Gunther, terrible, awful. You know, Jay beats Gunther with a sleeper, and Gunther has not been able to live it down since. Tag match, Drew Priest, it was all right. You know, it just, the women's tag, once Becky turned up, you're like, oh, that's that then, okay. It just, Jade, Tiffany and Charlotte, one of the worst matches and worst views. WrestleMania, to me, made WrestlePalooza actually look really, really good. Because WrestlePalooza had the WrestleMania build, didn't deliver. WrestleMania is WrestleMania, and failed,
still didn't
deliver.
Yeah. I mean, this year's a stark contrast to the previous year. I think we all had a really good time in 2024. 2025 has been a mixed bag. It's been a year of moments. and very lacking in consistency. The storytelling has been up and down, people dropping in and out, and yeah, it's not been great. And I don't know if it's the board. I don't know if it's Triple H booking. I don't know if it's a Netflix thing.
I do have
I'm
a
not sure
theory
what it
here.
is, but,
I do have a theory. You've got 8 people to make happy.
hmm.
You know, you've got Endeavor, TKO, The Rock, Nick Khan, Triple H, plus the writers, Netflix, ESPN, USA Network. Not possible.
Yeah.
You cannot make everybody happy. And in the end, the reason WWE has felt safe and repetitive is because they're scared to actually do anything to hurt one of those.
One of the others. Yeah. Agreed. No, I totally get that. I think one of the almost my WTF moment of the year was Brock Lesnar versus Cena, for the fact that it was such a squash, because I was like, I understand it. Cool. Let's see, wait for the rematch. That never came and it was never talked about.
Well, they're not doing that for the rematch. Cena's got squashed by Brock so that Brock can be somebody to be annihilated by another new person later. They are rebuilding Brock
Yes.
to be beaten by somebody else later on. So
What baby?
it weirdly might be Gunther.
Gunther over
It might be.
Do
It
you think
depends if
Gunther
they
will
do
retire,
it
AJ?
plan.
Let Gunther beat Brock, and then let Oba squash Gunther.
They won't have Gunther be squashed because Gunther's now again their big heel they're going to use.
He's their Thanos. He's collecting careers like Infinity Stones.
That's not going to happen either.
He's going to take Goldberg. He's taking Cena. He'll take AJ at the end of the year, I'm sure. So, yeah. Okay. Content creator of the year. Sam, who do you have for this?
I've got a TikTok creator who's actually about to start a brand new YouTube like interview shoot series type thing.
Okay, cool.
I think he's one of the best TikTok. I want to give a shout out to Joshy Wrestling for a start, though. I think Joshy Wrestling is fabulous, one of the kindest people. I'd like to give Ringside Renaissance a shout out. I think they've had a really strong consolidation year, really entertaining every time you sit down to watch them. I'll always say OSW Review because I think that's the best wrestling YouTube channel going. But I think this year, I think one of the people who's really pushed on and really got a presence, so much so that they're going to make it YouTube series, is WWE Wrestling Fan, which is Antonio Kill on TikTok. He's WWE Wrestling Fan as his TikTok name.
Okay.
Antonio, honestly, he watches every show live on TikTok, gets hundreds of people turn up to watch them. He's very personable, very kind, loves wrestling, so it's not, just somebody who's bitching and moaning, but is intelligent enough to be able to see those critiques. And he's just really wonderful to watch. So if you ever want to watch it, he actually made WrestlePalooza worth watching, by the way, because I watched it along with him. So I had WrestlePalooza on TV. I had him on TikTok with my headphones in. I wasn't really listening to what they were saying. And he made it even more entertaining. So I would have to say, WWE Wrestling Fan, Antonio Kill, genuinely has been one of the best content creators this year wrestling. Give him a
I just had to look it up who you were talking about, and yes, I've watched a lot of his content and videos. He's very entertaining. He's like you say, the host of At Shoot Series podcast coming soon. He's got
I might maybe be on it. Maybe. It's a 3-hour drive.
Okay.
So maybe.
Do it. He's got 31,000 followers on TikTok. He's had a hell of a year. So
great year.
Yeah, fantastic. Neil, did you have a content creator of the year?
I don't.
Oh,
because I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it a tie between Sam on wrestling and Wrestling is Awesome.
Okay.
Because even though they had a long hiatus, the incredible work that Wrestling is Awesome did long before, and the even more incredible work they did when it was bitching about wrestling is stellar. But I was slightly confused because I thought when it was like content creator of the year, I was like, well, it's Drew McIntyre again, no?
Yes,
Because I was like, the shit that he says.
Rax went for Logan Paul as well. So, yeah, no, it's it's just a shout out, an opportunity to shout out to our friend.
Yeah,
Lee actually gave us a wrestling
will say-
awesome as well. But you're
Yeah.
both wrong. We've not had a good year.
I will
started
give it.
the
I
year
one
okay.
thing I will give it to Logan Paul, because the Logan Paul, Maxine Dupree, Chelsea Green moment, it was beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, my content creator of the year went to Sam's on Wrestling. I think
sweet.
just
Thank you.
it's no bias. It's content I really enjoy. I love the guys, what you do. I love your chemistry, the two of you. The fact that you do have your different approaches to the different eras and your knowledge and stuff like that. It makes it for really entertaining stuff, and your dedication to it. You've really grafted this year. You really put the work in, going live and putting yourself out there. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do, because we can sit here in our little virtual bubble and talk to each other and everything is great. But to go live and actually talk directly to your audience is really hard. And, I did a few live shows beginning of the year, and it can be really tough to engage with people and stuff like that. And everybody's looking for something different. People watch you because they want to see the PLE rather than maybe you talking about it, when you're trying to view it. But, the people that have inspired me previously are like Santi Zap and like Conman 7 and stuff like that. These are the guys I saw doing it. I was like, yeah, I want to do this too. So yeah, and the fact that you made the time to be part of our show and everything. So yeah, we really appreciate you, Sam. So yeah, Sam's on Wrestling. Make sure you are following them on TikTok, YouTube, and yeah, make sure they are part of your
kind words. Really appreciate
wrestling
that so
journey.
much.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, it's not it's all genuine. It is all my genuine thoughts and feelings. Right. So Neil, go ahead.
I have to point out, I very much enjoyed watching you when you were like, throw out the wrestling questions, and I threw out one question to you, and I was like, yeah, let me see if he gets it right, and you did, and I was like, love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sam's knowledge is insane. Right, so I think that's it. That's our awards for 2025. Really looking forward to being back on a weekly show. So like I said, we're just figuring out whether we're going to drop Tuesday night or Wednesday, but either way, we'll definitely be available Wednesday every week. We're going to be on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, GoodPods, Audible, anywhere you get your podcast, we will be there. Neil, do you want to tell us anything about your side hustles, your social media presence? Where can people find you to talk about what?
Well, my side hustles, I am the proud owner and proprietor of Mr. Punch and Juice Man Caribbean Drinks. So if you live in the London area or the surrounding London area, then you can find that on TikTok, and you can find that on Instagram. Just literally type in Mr. Punch and Juice Man, all one word, and you shall find that there.
So good.
And I am, once I get over this cold and can actually fully talk without coughing my lungs out, I'm going to be starting my hunt to discover what are actually the top 100 movies of all time.
Jurassic Park, done.
But I still have 99 others.
Lost World, Jurassic Park.
That's going to be a really interesting watch, because I know I know how you feel about movies, your knowledge of movies and so forth. So that's going to be a really interesting journey to watch you go on. So is it going to be at Neil the Real Deal?
Yes, it'll be at the Neil the Real Deal.
At Neil the Real Deal. Okay, fantastic. Sam, plug away, my friend.
Oh my God, where do I start? So first of all, go and subscribe to us at Sam's on Wrestling on YouTube. We are trying to get to 700 by the end of January. Our target is to get 1,000 before 2026 finishes.
Nice.
So then we might be able to become a technical paid channel on YouTube.
Yes.
So that would be really nice. If you want to go check out YouTube, we've just done all our Christmas episodes. Obviously, all came out. We had our awards. We had our top 10 worst of wrestling. We had the best moments bracket series. We did a John Cena power rankings episode. It was a really crazy week.
Oh yeah, we are on content. It was like an advent calendar of content.
We literally had a video every day from the 24th all the way to the 1st. It was insane. Videos that just come out though for this year. We just done our first Sam versus Sam of 2026, which was to name all the WWE champions on January the 1st in order. So that was fun. We have just dropped on Tuesday our review of John Cena's year. We retrospective, but on Thursday we are going to be rebooking John Cena's year.
Okay,
We'll have two
nice.
different versions of John Cena's year done by us. You get to decide which is the best. And on Sunday, we're going to do another power rankings. We're going to power rank a person, it's a female, who has probably the worst theme tune in the history of wrestling. Who do you think we're going to power rank? Female wrestler with the worst theme tune for doing on Sunday?
Worst theme song.
And you hear it, it's one of the most annoying things. She is married to a very famous wrestler.
Is it?
She's also a twin.
Oh,
Yeah, Nikki Bella.
Wrong one. She.
Oh, Brie Bella.
That one. So we will
I
be
mean,
power
I
ranking.
forgot about that.
I haven't. So I will make sure
This
everyone
is,
else.
this is the curse of your memory, my friend.
It's the curse of my memory. So we're going to be power ranking Brie Bella, and we've got a Hall of Fame episode coming out as well, our first of the year. So please go check out our YouTube channel. We've also got a TikTok channel where there's lots of clips of us, but I go live a few times a week where it's literally a challenge me at WWE Trivia. Fire questions at me, and I will try and answer as many as I can. That's what we do on live. So if you follow me on TikTok, Sam's on Wrestling, and you see that we're live, literally come with questions and fire them at me. And we have a brand new Instagram. Hooray! That's all my plugs. I will try and shorten it down next time. I apologize.
No, that's absolutely fine. If you're a fan of movies, you can follow me on my other podcast, which is Creative Control. So we've just recorded 2 episodes because we're coming back on that one as well. We've looked at the best and worst of 2025. What a pretty average year it has been.
What was good?
Well, there's a few little nuggets apparently because I didn't watch hardly anything. And then we've done our top 10 movies of 1992. So if you like your older movies, we went back and started with 1980. We've given our top 10 movies of every year. Then we did one for the whole decade. We're now on up to 1992. So that'll be dropping hopefully next week. So make sure you check us out. So it's at Creative Control on YouTube and again all podcast platforms.
Highly disappointed I couldn't have been there for that.
I know we missed you, my friend.
I'm just trying to work out what movies were in 1992. Abyss, was that one out in 1992?
It was not. Watch the episode and you will be educated, my friend. Right.
There are some movies in 92.
There is some movies that year. Actually, you know what? 93 is looking like a stacked year as well.
That's the year.
The 90s is
Do you know what came out in 1993? The best movie of all time.
Well, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, the 90s, because I think 91 was, I think my top was Terminator 2, 91, because that's going to be my top 10 movies ever.
Yeah,
So, yeah, the 90s got some cracking movies.
And I was born, so obviously it was a great.
Oh, God, you're so young. Right.
It's nice to be the young one. It's so nice.
Yes. Yes.
What we
Feel young around these older gentlemen. Right, that's it. We're going to go. This did go on far longer than I anticipated, but hey, it's been a long time since we've spoken about wrestling, and it's good to be back. So, Sam, Neil, thank you for being here with us today. Lee, Rax, thank you for putting in your award nominations. Much appreciated. And until next time, next week, peace out.